Today, we're going to talk about referrals. Write this down. We're going to talk about when to ask, who to ask, and we're going to talk about the how to ask people. When we're asking for referrals, and I know people struggle with this, I understand that. So we have to have a plan around it. I'm not saying you have to ask everybody, but when we talk about when to ask, think about those people that you have helped out. So let's just start there because that's when it's the easiest. It's easiest to say, I've had this client for a long time, or everything went really smooth. So obviously we want to ask them. That is part of what we want to do. But we also want to ask people that maybe they haven't been long-term clients, but you click with. Or maybe we want to ask those people that they're centers of influence. They're our friends and our family and those people that care about us, that truly want to help us grow our business. Ask them. What is the worst that's going to happen is they might think, ooh man, I can't think of anybody, which I'm going to touch on in a second on the how to ask, but that's when we ask. We can ask if we look at our appointments for the week or the people that we're going to have a conversation with. All you have to do is look at your schedule and know when you're going to ask, and your mind will be wrapped around it. So we talked a little bit about the when, and obviously I touched on the who a little bit there, but now let's touch on the memory joggers. So if I'm going to meet with somebody and let's say they're a lawyer, they're an accountant, they're a salesperson, that type of thing. What we want to think about is everybody else around them. And if we just ask, who do you know? What happens is their mind goes broad. If I'm asking a salesperson or a leader of a sales team, something of that nature, I want to ask, who's your top producer? Because their mind's going to go right to that person. If I'm asking a lawyer, who's that person that you love to work with? That person that comes in every day. If I'm in mortgage or something of that nature, or real estate, who's that person that just had a baby or needs to upgrade their house or got a promotion? I want to pinpoint what I'm looking for. Those are the memory joggers. And here's something I'll give you. If you put in the comments below, memory joggers, and you put your email in there, I will actually send you a document that has about 200 different memory joggers that you can use in that. So now we went from who to ask, and now we're going into how do you ask. This is pretty simple because so many of us overthink this. I had a coaching client a while back. He does about 15 meetings a week, and I actually asked him, how many of those do you ask for referrals in? Guess what he told me? 0. I about fell off my chair because this guy had been in the business for 18 to 20 years. And he was pretty darn successful, but he gave me the old blah, blah, blah about I get them, they just come to me. That what if? What if in those 15 appointments a week, he just asked in 5 of them, 7 of them, 10 of them. That's it. So how do you ask? What I asked him to do is we came up with referral language. All we have to do is think of this in 2 minutes. And that's as simple as, hey Fabio, I saw that you know John. How do you know John? Is it okay if I reach out to John? Or who's the most successful person that you know that you work with at the company? Who's the person that you know that lives right across the street? Your neighbor that you deem as successful. And then we take it another step further and ask them, why do you feel like they're so successful? What stands out to you? Now that's the how to ask. And what we're also doing there is we're being curious. Because now when I call John, and I talked to John about why Jim said you were so successful, I'm leaving John better off than how I found him. And how cool is that? You just built a relationship because you simply cared enough to ask that question. Now we know when, we know who, and we know how. Stop making it so hard on yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Stop telling yourself you're pushy and you can't do it and other people. Stop. If you struggle with asking for referrals, subscribe to my YouTube. That's all you have to do. Take the 2 to 3 seconds, hit subscribe, and now you get to watch your business grow and you get to watch yourself make more money, all because you took the time to watch a couple-minute video on your business, on referrals, on time, all these different things that are there. That is all you have to do. Go get it. Put the ego aside and ask for help. You got this.